You know who I'm talking about, right? Those people on your social media, friends, family, maybe coworkers, who just kind of hang out in the digital shadows. They're there, but they're so quiet. Well, today, we're going to dive into why this silent approach isn't really about being disconnected. It's actually about finding a really unique kind of security in this crazy, hyper-connected world of ours.
No, really, take a second and think about it. If you were to scroll through your friends list right now, who comes to mind? You know they're watching your stories, seeing your posts, but they almost never share anything themselves. These are the silent observers, the digital ghosts of your social circle. So what's their deal? What's really going on there?
All right, so let's get on the same page about what we mean here. We're not talking about someone who just, abandoned their account years ago. No, this is something totally different. It's a really modern and super intentional way of using social media, or actually choosing how not to use it.
Oh, you totally know the pattern. They'll throw a like on your big announcement, or they'll be one of the first to watch all your vacation stories. But then you get curious and click on their profile, and what do you see? Nothing. It's radio silence. Maybe if you're lucky, they updated their profile picture last year. They're all about consuming the content, but they almost never produce any. Now, it's so easy to just label this as, antisocial or just plain disengaged, but what if we've got it all wrong? What if it's the complete opposite? What if this quietness is actually a super smart strategy for dealing with the chaos of social media? What if they figured something out that the rest of us haven't?
And that right there brings us to the absolute core of this whole thing. This isn't passive, it's not happening by accident. It is an active, conscious choice to put personal privacy way ahead of public popularity.
Okay, and you can see this laid out so clearly here. It's like there are two totally different games being played online. On one side, you've got the popularity mindset. Its goal? Validation. The metric? Likes, shares, comments. The focus? Managing how everyone sees you. But then, you've got the privacy mindset. And its goal is totally different. Real connection. It measures success by authenticity, not by numbers. And its main focus, the whole point really, is protecting your own mental peace. So here's the takeaway, the most important part. Choosing to be a ghost isn't about hiding from people. It's more like building a fortress around your own well-being. It's a way to protect yourself from all the junk that can come with being online. So the big question is, what exactly are they protecting themselves from?
Okay, and this is where it gets really fascinating. The number one threat these digital ghosts are so cleverly avoiding is something every single one of us has fallen into: the comparison trap.
And here's the great paradox of it all, right? These platforms are designed for sharing, for connecting. That's the whole sales pitch. But a weird, fundamental side effect of that design is that it's constantly, almost without us even noticing, pushing us to compare our lives to everyone else's.
And hey, this is nothing new. This is a classic psychological principle called social comparison theory. It's basically our built-in human need to look around and see how we're doing compared to the next person. It's how we figure out our place in the world. The problem? Social media takes that natural instinct and just cranks it up to 11. It puts it on steroids.
Which leads us straight into what we can call the digital illusion. Because let's be honest, social media isn't showing us reality, not even close. What we're seeing is a performance. It's a highlight reel, a carefully edited collection of only the best moments.
So let's walk through how this nasty little cycle actually works. It all starts with a scroll, right? You're just flicking through your feed and you see it all. The perfect vacations, the new cars, the big promotions. Then comes step 2, compare. You can't help it. You start stacking up your own messy, real life backstage against their shiny, perfect highlight reel. Psychologists have a term for this. They call it an upward comparison. And that leads straight to step 3, internalize. You start to feel, kind of crummy, a sense of envy or inadequacy. And the worst part? Step 4, repeat. Every time you open that app, you risk running through this draining loop all over again.
There's this quote that just nails it perfectly. We are comparing our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. And that's it, isn't it? It's a totally unfair fight. You're taking your entire life, the good, the bad, the boring Monday mornings, and putting it up against someone else's carefully selected greatest hits. It's a game you are literally designed to lose. So, how do you win a game that's rigged? Well, our digital ghosts would argue that you win by not playing the game at all. And this is how we bring it all back home, back to finding that sense of quiet security.
Think about it.
By not posting their own highlight reel, they effectively sidestep the whole comparison trap. They just opt out of the competition. Because they're not putting on a performance, they feel way less pressure to measure up to everyone else's. They can just watch, connect when they feel like it, and then log off, with their well-being still in one piece.
And the rewards for taking this path? They're pretty huge. We're talking less social anxiety, more real, authentic interactions when they do happen, a total freedom from that constant pressure to perform for an audience. And what does that all add up to? A massive increase in mental and emotional security. You could say they're trading validation for peace of mind. And that sounds like a pretty good trade.
So I'll just leave you with this to chew on. What would your digital life look like if there was less comparison in it? What if you consciously took a step back from the performance and focused more on genuine connection instead of endless curation? What might change for you, not just online, but in your real life too? It's definitely something to think about.